In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the deep waters. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. Then he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness night. And evening passed, and morning came, marking the first day. In the beginning, the Word already existed. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. He existed in the beginning with God. God created everything through him, and nothing was created except through him. The Word gave life to everything that was created, and his life brought light to everyone. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. God sent a man, John the Baptist, to tell about the light so that everyone might believe because of his testimony. John himself was not the light, he was simply a witness to tell about the light. The one who is the true light, who gives light to everyone, was coming into the world. He came into the very world he created, but the world didn't recognize him. He came to his own people, and even they rejected him. But to all who believed him and accepted him, he gave the right to become children of God. They are reborn, not with a physical birth resulting from human passion or plan, but a birth that comes from God. So the Word became human and made his home among us. He was full of unfailing love and faithfulness, and we have seen his glory, the glory of the Father's one and only Son. Friends, this is what Christmas is all about: the arrival of the one who can restore us from a state of darkness and bring us to the light. As Jesus lived, we must also live, full of grace and truth. When we follow Jesus, his light is placed in us so that we too become shining examples of God's light. St. Francis of Assisi captures this sentiment beautifully with this quote: "Preach the gospel at all times, and when necessary, use words." The way we live our lives, not just the words we use, are to be a reflection of a life of holiness that God calls us to live, sharing the message of Jesus in word and deed. Truth be told, that quote from St. Francis is more of a paraphrase, and originally it was a call for his followers to preach by their example. The lives that they lived were to be the message that they preached, and it was to reflect the gospel of Jesus. We find a similar call in the book of James, where it is emphasized that followers of Christ should not just be listeners of the word, but also doers. A life of following Christ is always one that comes with that of action. For the grace of God has been revealed, bringing salvation to all people, and we are instructed to turn from godless living and sinful pleasures. We should live in this evil world with wisdom, righteousness, and devotion to God, while we look forward with hope to that wonderful day when the glory of our great God and Savior, Jesus Christ, will be revealed. He gave his life to free us from every kind of sin, to cleanse us, and to make us his very own people, totally committed to doing good deeds. As this year is close to wrapping up, let us all make a conscious decision to let our faith guide us as we finish the year and begin a new one. Let us be a shining light, sharing the good news about Jesus with others. spreading the peace and joy that comes with a life of following Christ. May we take this familiar story of Christmas, of the birth of Jesus, and continue to share it with others. Let us live as active participants of the story, a light shining brightly in this often dark world. Go and share the light of Christ that is within you with those you meet.